Hey YouTube, you joined me today out for a walk to get some much needed vitamin D, because getting up while it's dark and going to bed while it's dark is not fun. And so I'm on my lunch break out for a walk, getting freezing cold but feeling much better for it. And I received a message recently from my old acquaintance Erie parties asking me what if zombies were real. And obviously, as a fully paid up member of Zombie Squad, I am the perfect man for this sort of question, and I can fully tell you how to fully deal with any problem that may result as a possible zombocalypse. However, the questions he asks me are, would the person come back again, or would just the body be alive? And we run into a problem that I think is quite interesting and useful using zombies to illustrate, the same way zombies are used by Zombie Squad for other natural disasters. It's useful to use zombies as a stand-in for pretty much everything else imaginary I can think of. In that when Erie asked me, what if zombies were real, would they be like this? There isn't a right or wrong answer, because they're imaginary. You can't say, well, they would be the person come back, or they wouldn't be the person come back, because depending on what sort of zombie you mean, whether it's the old voodoo, creepy, classic black and white horror films, or if it's Day of the Dead, or if it's anything, Night of the Living Dead, if it's zombies from Sluggy Freelance or whatever, you're not going to get consistency because they're fictional, and so the depiction of them varies on the person, and the understanding when you say what are they like is all about what will you agree together. So zombies are, in the modern way of looking at them, and in my sort of favourite ethos, they're most definitely not people when they come back. They're ravenous, undead, lusting after your flesh sort of folk. That's what zombies are, and the body isn't even alive again, it's reanimated. It's not alive, the metabolic processes are probably not what you'd call life. I don't think zombies can reproduce, they can infect. But that's a complete side tangent from what the point I actually want to make, which is there's no point trying to discuss something fictional in terms of what it's really like. Discuss it within the boundaries of fiction. So you could ask me, zombies in such and such a film, what are they like? And we can look at the film and try and make deductive reason from that. But that's using the fiction as the evidence, and is so only valid within the fiction. Until you get some real-world evidence for what, at the moment, I consider fictional things, like zombies and God, there's no point in arguing about it. In particular, souls, which was the second half of his question. I will try and do a nice long video on souls, explaining what I think of them and the meanings that I would attribute to the word and how I like to see them and so forth. But really, until you give something testable that we can at least independently verify, there's no point in really asking about a soul, at least not in the same context as he was asking me about zombies, as in what if they were real. I'd need to lay down the definitions of what I think a soul is, and that can vary from person to person wildly. So yeah, if that was too long, didn't watch, I would suppose my summary is you can't discuss fictional things because they're fictional. You need to have something real for me to test and look at, and for us both to say, yep, that's real, and we can see it and examine it. And then we can argue about it back and forth and discuss what it's like and what it is. Until you have something real, it's like questions over zombies. Watch a different film, get a different story. Thanks very much, YouTube. Bye.